Okay, Lamar, I'm going to do this lazy. You'll see why.
Hey Lamar, that's a very interesting question. But first, awesome video. I especially like the insomnia bit where the Michael Jackson glove had to come out. Anyways, I've choking on emotion. I'm 35, so I have first-hand experience when Nintendo came out, Super Nintendo, and a whole bunch of other video games. Especially with the advent of Nintendo, for me, my gaming habits changed. I mean, playing on the Commodore VIC-20.
And that's where it's cut off, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. Tend to do my response as always direct video format instead of going through iMovie and doing editing because it takes less time, but it's been buggy for the past 2 weeks, so I apologize. What I was trying to say is that growing up, I played Nintendo like crazy, and I remember having weekends where actually Friday night I'd actually start playing at 9 p.m., 7 p.m. My parents would not be around, and I'd wake up. Actually, I'd stop playing, and it was like 6 a.m., and I'd be going, wow, I'm really addicted to this. It became so bad to certain degrees that it's actually, I had no social life, so I had nothing to complain about during when I was a kid. I was a complete introvert. I came out of my shell only at the age of 26 when I had enough self-confidence to be able to come out. But look at me now. Not afraid of showing my face on YouTube, having fun doing it, and enjoying every little minute that I have that comes by with people like you and other people that participate on YouTube. But the new pinnacle for me was when they actually decided to have it changed in regards to gaming, that is, where Final Fantasy came into my life. And then I started getting addicted to role-playing games because you had more cinematic experiences with the new machines, the new PlayStations, Wii, Xbox. I don't have an Xbox. I don't have any of those machines anyways anymore. No longer. They offered more bang for your buck if you loved role-playing. If you didn't like role-playing, you were kind of stuck. You have to find something else. But I was okay with role-playing. Unfortunately, it also ate up a lot of my time. I would snap at my parents whenever they asked me something, snap at my brother or anybody else that was trying to interrupt me, as much as a dog is actually concentrating on their food and trying to defend their territory. It was pretty much the same thing with me when I was playing. And then recently I was, how could I put it? I was a recent addict of World of Warcraft up until guild politics became too overly complicated, and that pretty much broke the habit for me. Now I'm just doing YouTube, and I'm pretty much a self-declared addict when it comes to YouTube, but I do curve myself because I have no choice. It's either that or I lose my job, or I end up causing inconveniences to family members, friends, and my employer. You know, you're actually addicted to games when nothing else matters, where you come home and you're actually rushing to the game when you don't bother doing your dishes and there's something green with tentacles coming out of it after a good 3 weeks. Problem. You know that there's issues with your habit when your electricity bill comes in and it's actually $300, well, Canadian anyways, $300, and there's no one else in the building but you, your computer, and the surround sound system that you're actually using. Problem. You know there's a big issue when you have somebody knock at your door and go, Mr. Nick, we have a problem. You actually have died based on this certificate. You haven't shown your face in 5 years. Problem. I mean, there's only so much a human body can stand, and if you always sit, not do any other exercises, walk a bit, change the routine, the body goes stale and dries up, and problem. At the very least, the gaming habits, and I don't mean gambling, but gaming, as in video gaming, as much as they're destructive, they're also less destructive than alcohol, drugs, gambling, and sex addiction. There are other addictions that possibly exist that could be compared, but hey. Anyways, I hope this fills in the time missing, and I'd say so. I'm up to 5 minutes and some odd. So Lamar, just wanted to let you know, love your tweets, love what you always present. You're funny and interesting. You deserve this for the simple fact that you decided to do it with a glove that came out wrong. You decided to film yourself in the bed with a glove, similar to Michael Jackson. And the fact that you always have interesting subject matter to actually ping pong of. So, have a nice one, Lamar. Thank you very much for participating and being existent on YouTube. And I know for myself, I'm privileged to be able to interact with you and get to see what you have to offer.